fancy so. Oh, it's fabulous! A strike to get you up off your seats.
Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social, Season 5, Episode 6. Another draw. More points dropped at the Amex back to back. I think we'd be on 12 points. Maybe we'll be in the top 4 if we had won both the games. Easy to say, obviously. Maz, how are you feeling after that one? I mean, I'm left frustrated, like I imagine most Brighton fans are, surely.
Yeah, I thought it was there to be won, to be honest. Like, I thought we created enough chances to win the game. Obviously, the big moment from Welbeck as well could have made it 3-1, and I think we would have been in cruise control after that. But then, yeah, Forest came back and made some 2 subs. They got the 2 up front. I think it was Sosa and I can't remember the other guy. Silva. Silva and Sosa,
you know,
yeah.
When Sosa came on, I was with my mates and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? But I said that in my head and I was like, I'm not going to say it out loud because he'll probably score. Yeah. He still scored even though I said it in my head. I was so frustrated. I was like, surely he's not scored. But yeah, of course he did.
Yeah. So, it was when they came on, they looked like they were quite lively up top. One of them had small man syndrome. I can't remember which one it is. I always get confused.
Yeah, Silva, I think it was. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, Silva. He got booked as well. So it was frustrating. I think we could have and maybe should have won, but fair play to Forest. They kept coming back at us, and I think in the end it was probably a draw, to be honest. But it's a shame how it came out.
Yeah, going into the game, I know we didn't do a preview, but if we had, I was thinking it will be a tough affair because they have been great.
Yeah, they've been good.
Only ourselves, Forest, City, who else? And then a couple other teams, City, Arsenal still unbeaten. There's only like 5 Premier League teams that are still unbeaten. Forest are one of them, which is obviously would have been a huge surprise to say at the beginning of the season. So but they have been very, very solid. Morgan Gibbs-White obviously is a big player for them. I thought he was class. Obviously until we got sent off, which is funny. But yeah, who was there like standouts for you in that match? Who were you surprised by?
I mean, Hudson-Odoi is always lively. He was obviously the one who got fouled for the Belaber challenge. Yeah, he looked quite lively. And then, I don't know, I'll be honest with you, no one really stuck out in terms of Nottingham Forest.
It's like a solid team. Even though they seemed like a team of individuals that was only just been assembled, to be fair to Nuno, he's got them playing like a really, really solid team as if they've been playing for a long, long time. So, he deserves a lot of credit for that because, my answer would have been the same as you. There's not really too many people that stand out other than Gibbs-White, but they just play well together.
In terms of centre-back, like Murillo was decent. He was quite solid. He was always there, just clearing things, getting his body in the way.
He seems so small for a centre-back. I don't know if it's he always wears like a big baggy kit.
He's like
he gets cooked for like wearing like basketball shorts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That was the game against Palace and someone's like, why is Murillo wearing basketball shorts? But he seems small, but he's he's huge, obviously.
Yeah, he's solid. He's massively solid for them. He had a good game. And then like I said, Hudson-Odoi was good. You got Elanga on the wing. I don't think he had his best game. He didn't really do much. Wasn't really in the game that much. But yeah, Chris Wood got his goal, and then he had that big chance as well, which ended up being offside. But he had a big chance as well that he could have scored. There wasn't. I wouldn't say there was like a one standout player, but yeah, they have got a decent squad, like you said. They've got some good players dotted about, and yes, Espirito Santo, to my surprise, is actually doing a pretty good job because I don't think he's an amazing manager. I think he's a very solid Premier League manager, but I'm quite surprised how well he's doing, to be honest.
I put him in the same leagues as like Fulham's Marco Silva. I feel like Marco Silva's a very good, like solid Premier League manager, but he's got Fulham playing really, really well. So I mean, I don't want to be playing them anytime soon. I don't know when we're playing them next. Actually, probably will be the next match now in my luck. But
no, we got Chelsea.
Okay, good. Oh, for fuck's sake! Just as they're starting to get, they're starting to get good now as well. But that'll be a feisty one. So that obviously, Belaber Gate brings down Hudson-Odoi. When that happened, did you think? Because you went to the game, you were in the players' lounge, weren't you? In the players' seats with. With Joel Veltman's wife. Hello, if you're listening again.
No comment, officer. No. She was sledge.
We can talk about it. She doesn't like me because I made a comment about her once, like a throwaway joke. If you are listening, genuinely,
she does like you.
I didn't mean any harm. But yeah, we love you. We love Joel, and we want you to stay forever. Retire at Brighton, please, both of you.
Yeah, No, I was singing his praises. And actually, he came into the lounge well, so I met him as well. Nice, lovely guy, and a great player. So it was it was fun actually. Yeah, players' lounge was cool. Big shout out to Leon and who actually sorted out through Julio. So yeah, that was cool. And then sat with all the players, families and friends. And when Hinshelwood scored, actually I was right next to Adam Hinshelwood, so that was cool. He was buzzing obviously.
What
so
a moment for him.
Yeah, that was a nice little moment. But yeah, really cool experience. That was fun. So yeah. It was first one, the penalty.
When that happened, the penalty, yeah.
Yeah, the penalty, Baleba, it was clumsy from him. Look, I love Baleba. I think he's unbelievable. He's proven in the past couple of weeks what an absolute beast he is. Technically, physically, he's got all the attributes to be a top player. But I think he's still very raw. He's still got a few mistakes in him. And as we saw with Hudson-Odoi, it was just a clumsy mistake. And he ended up getting booked later on, about, I think 10, 15 minutes later as well for another sort of clumsy challenge as well. So yeah, he just needs to eradicate that side of his game for me. He's still obviously young. He's still learning, but yeah, he's a bit clumsy at times and, maybe a bit rash. I think maybe he's so eager. He's so keen. He always buzzes about. And I think that's what will get him in trouble sometimes. And yeah, it was just a clumsy tackle, nothing more, nothing less. And it was a penalty, to be honest with you. And yeah, Chris Wood stuck it away.
By none other than Chris Wood. I mean, if you are a young Brighton fan and you don't know about our Wedding Days, Chris Wood played for the club, which is insane to think. Like all those years ago, where did we get him on loan from? It wasn't
West Brom, wasn't it? Was it West Brom?
No, he
definitely was at West Brom.
Yeah, I don't know if we got him on loan from.
I'll have a look.
Because he joined. He was on loan at us whilst when we were in League One. We played in that blue kit with like the pinstripe white.
Yeah, West Brom. Yeah, it was West Brom.
Oh, he was on loan from West Brom. Wow, what's a New Zealander doing at West Brom at that age?
So, he was there for 4 years, and he went on loan to Barnsley, Brighton, Birmingham, Bristol City, Millwall, and Leicester before finally signing for Leicester.
Jesus.
So he was a proper journeyman. But yeah, he scored 8 goals for us in 29 games. He was decent for us. I remember.
Where was he before West Brom? So yeah, he's a Kiwi.
West Brom, he was at Waikato. Well, I'm assuming that's it's based in New Zealand, Waikato in Hamilton.
What, and he's ended up in the Black West Country of West Brom. How's that? How have they? Why have they got scouts over there?
Do you not remember though? He was like meant to be like the next big thing. Well, I don't know how big, but he was meant to be like a very, very good player when he was young, and obviously he is now. Like, to be fair to him, wherever he's gone, he's bagged goals. Yeah. At Leeds, he scored 40 in 80 games. He scored 100. He scored 49 in 144 for Burnley. Not the best. Well, he scored 4 goals for Newcastle, and then at Forest, he scored 17 in 36. So he's an absolute bagsman, to be fair to him. But
if he was called Woodinho, he'd be worth 100 million.
I'm not sure about 100 million.
All right, maybe 100.
He's 32. He feels like he's been around for centuries.
Well, he has. Him and Donkey were playing together when they were both like teenagers. It must have been. Yeah,
Donkey's 32 as well. Yeah, but
fair play. And then he had the audacity to celebrate against us. Disgusting, Crispiness and hatred. That month, those months that you were at Brighton, no respect, no loyalty,
no respect.
And then, like you said, he could have scored a second, but
could have scored a second, but it was offside. It was a terrible miss, by the way. I don't know how he's done so bad at putting it wide, but look, in the first 20 minutes, I thought Forest probably were the better side. They probably created the better chances, but that's not to say that we didn't have the possession. We looked dangerous at times. Obviously, we had Matoma on one wing, we had Adingra on one wing. I thought Adingra came in obviously for Minter, and I don't think he probably had his best performance. I feel like he could have done way better considering how well he played against Wolves. Maybe, obviously his first start of the season in the league. So it must have been maybe one of those ones where he's sort of just getting used to it. And obviously for Forest, to be fair, Moreno actually done quite well against him. He's a quick player as well, Moreno, so he's able to keep up with him.
He was such a good signing when he signed for Villa. I mean, and then he's already immediately gone on loan. I know they've got Luca Dean and Matson. Yeah. But like, what? Yeah, madness that he's now on loan at Forest.
He done well against Adingra, to be honest with you. So I think he kept him relatively quiet. And then Matoma on the left had a few moments as well. He looked quite dangerous when he had the ball. But it was tough for us in the first sort of 20 minutes. But then we grew into it. I think we started creating chances. We started, doing well. And then it was an unbelievable header from Hinshaw. Yeah. Mate, he's so good.
Even better was the delivery from
Van Heck.
A centre-back, Van Heck. Like, I thought that must have been the pass of the game. How's he managed to whip that like that? I know he done another unbelievable pass when I think he got past a couple of players in the second half and then sprayed the ball out wide to Mitoma. I thought that was a really good pass. But how has he whipped that in like that? And also, how's Hinchelwood pulled out a head like that? Is it?
Mate,
surely it should be the other way round. Hinchelwood should be delivering the balls to that head like that. That's mad.
Yeah. No, honestly, it was an unbelievable header. But we've seen it before. Crystal Palace, the one that stands out for me, with that header from Hinchelwood. And I think he scored another couple of headed goals as well. I just can't remember against who. But yeah, mate, he's very good in the air. For a guy who's relatively small, I know I'm not one to talk, but for a guy who's not that tall, he's really good in the air. And he's a great header as well. Just bulleted past Sells. He didn't have a chance in goal. But yeah, you're right.
It was his first game, finally, playing centre mid.
In centre midfield.
Well. We finally got our wish, and I was very, very impressed with him.
Yeah, mate, honestly, I thought Baleba and Hinchelwood, I really liked that pairing in the middle. I thought Hinchelwood had a great, he was unbelievable. Just big shout out to him. He was brilliant all game. He was everywhere. He was brilliant. Like, a few of the passes he was making was class. And I really, really enjoyed him being a centre midfield. I know I've sort of said a few things about him playing left back, but I think that's valid. I'm not a fan of him at left back. I just don't think that's his.
Good job. Everyone knows. Good job. Adams has listened to the podcast. Otherwise, he would have turned around and been like, "Listen, mate, you fucking pop. Why'd your neck in?"
Yeah. No, but it's not to go away from the fact that he's a brilliant player. He's a fantastic player. It's just, for me, he's not a left back. So yeah, to see him back in his more natural position in centre midfield, he proved to everyone why he is such a good player. Yeah, he had a fantastic game, and I thought he's brilliant in the midfield next to Baleba. And then yeah, it was a great.
Just makes you think if he starts playing Hinchelwood at fullback now, because Purvis is back, who I do want to talk about as well, because obviously he's still getting up to speed. But you got Hinchelwood in midfield. You got Weaver came on. You got Baleba, probably missing someone else. Then we got O'Reilly and Gruder, who are probably going to come back from injury. I mean, how is this even going to work? I don't know.
I don't want to be Fabian Herzl, I'll tell you that for free. He is, got a really tough choice on his hand. Even that centre midfield. So, you mentioned Baleba, you mentioned Weaver, obviously Ayari as well, as an option in centre midfield. So, yeah, it's good, man. It's so much better than when we lost Caicedo and Mac. We were like, who's going to play midfield? Obviously, then lost Gilmore as well to Napoli. And we're all thinking, oh my God, our options are really low in centre midfield. But now, with Weaver coming back, we're looking good in that position. And especially if Hinchelwood now plays as a centre midfielder, that's another option which we didn't anticipate to have probably come at the beginning of the season, because we all thought he was going to play either right back or obviously he's played left back as well. So yeah, we're looking good in that centre midfield as options go. It's just be interesting who starts, like you said, who's going to be in that starting position is going to be an interesting one.
But then Jack's celebration, I think every Brighton fan was just
the knee
happy
slide
when he saw that. The knee slide, pounding the Brighton badge as he does a knee slide. Did he do the knee slide in front of where you were? Yeah,
literally
so in front of where his dad was as well.
Yeah,
that's perfect. I love that.
So go on Seagulls Social. We're going to post a clip of his dad is celebrating. That was a nice moment. So make sure.
I've always found that weird that they have the players' family and all the girlfriends and wives next to the away end where they can get absolute pelters. So it used to be the tier below, didn't it? Used to be.
Did it? Okay. I was going to say we were the tier above. Yeah, so we were like in the middle tier. So yeah, like you're really far away from the away fans. Like you can barely sort of see them / hear them. But Forest fans, to be fair to them, they came in full voice. They were making a bit of noise.
They are very good.
So
they have a good following.
They have a good following. But yeah, no worries of anything being thrown at us or any kind of abuse towards that section.
Unless they've got a great arm.
Yeah. They can launch it about 30 miles. Yeah.
And then, obviously, I mean, Van Heck's assist was incredible, but then we got Daniel Welbeck's free kick. I think, did they say on Sky Sports that it's only his fourth ever free kick attempt or something like that?
I think it's his first ever free kick, wasn't it?
No, because he
ever free kick
goal. Yeah. It's only just his
his fourth attempt.
Yeah, fourth attempt. I think he said. I think they said.
That's insane. Yeah.
I
mean, I turn around again. Big plug to the Seagulls Social Instagram account. We posted a video of me. Basically, big shout out to Jacob, who's next to me. He was basically filming, and I was like, "Look, if we score, I will give you a tenner." Because the amount of times we've complained about either Dunkey stepping up, or what was the last one? Was it Mac against Leicester? That
was our last ever free kick we scored.
Or someone mentioned Bournemouth last season, but I can't for the life of me think who that could have been. Was it Pascal, potentially?
God knows.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The last one I remember is McAllister versus Leicester. Anyway, that was what, 2 seasons ago now? 3 seasons ago? So yeah, basically, we're not blessed in the direct free kick department. Obviously, on the other hand, Forest had Ward-Prowse on the pitch, so I bet he was proud of that one, to be honest. So, but it was... I did not expect it. So basically, I turned around to Jake and I was like, listen, if this goes in, I will give you a tenner because there's no way this will go in. And he's absolutely dispatched it.
You got Cash App?
Yeah. I'll send you the money later. No, he was with his dad, so I was like, I said to John, I was like, listen, send him the money, yeah, and I'll make sure I reimburse you. But yeah, it was unbelievable strike, and made it 2-1. Maybe some people might say that it was a bit of a flash in the pan kind of thing, whereas the first 20 minutes Nottingham Forest were doing quite well, and then all of a sudden we just turned it around. But yeah, no, it was a great strike, and I thought we deserved ultimately that lead going into half time.
Yeah, you could say that Forest's second goal was like against a run of play and maybe a flash in the pan because that just came out of nowhere as well. But it was like that game. The script changed so many times in that game. Like if you're not a Brighton fan or a Forest fan, it's a very exciting game for the neutral.
Yeah.
But yeah, Welbeck's free kick. I know we posted another plug for Seagulls Social. We posted Roy Keane's quote. He said, "Find the goalkeeper a week's wages." I think that's harsh, isn't it?
That's so harsh.
That's just Roy Keane being Roy Keane.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, come on, man. You can't be putting that on the goalkeeper. I think sometimes you just got to admire that it was a fantastic strike, and Sells probably just didn't anticipate that he was going to do that, maybe. And maybe
he was expecting Lewis Dunk to take the free kick. That's why he was just shook.
And put it into Rose Ed, yeah. But I think it's really harsh. Yeah, really harsh to blame that on Sells. I think you've got to give credit to Welbeck. It was just a really good free kick. And I don't think many keepers would have been able to save that. Yeah, you could argue dive instead of just standing on your spot. But yeah, I think extremely harsh from Keane. And like you said, I think it's just Roy Keane being Roy Keane.
Is your phone still really close to your laptop again?
No.
Oh, I don't know. No. Is it further away?
No, yeah.
Was it?
Oh, okay.
I saw a little buzz. I don't know. All right, then we go to second half, and then we just pure dominance. I mean, so basically, if you don't know, I got back from Marbella, I landed, so I was only able to start watching the game as Welbeck dribbled past two players. I thought he'd scored, so I was on the flight. I went, "Fucking get in!" As we were as we had landed, I just got 40 up straight away. And then I looked back and my mate Luke was like, "That didn't go in." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." I was so embarrassing. So yeah, I thought 3-1. I thought the game's done. The game's done. And I guess we were really, really trying to go for the game. Like we wanted more goals, which is kind of what we were expected under Fabian Herzler. I think most teams might then kind of get comfortable and maybe not be so attacking, maybe not only have one or two centre backs sitting back. But we did, because that's how we play, and that's how we will always play. And we got caught out for it. Yep. Really, there's no other way about it. Like,
no,
we tried to get a third goal to kill the game off. I'm happy we did do that, but unfortunately, Forest looked like they were going to be threatening every time they got the ball. Every time they did counter, I was thinking, shit, oh my god, they're going to score it, and then they did. Your classic sweaty goal.
Yeah, no, proper. And it was, to be fair to Forest, it was a great little through ball. And yeah.
Was it Gibbs White who played that through to Jota Silva?
I'll be honest, all I remember is just the ball being played through, and then I remember Jota and Sosa linking up, and obviously he squares it to him. But I actually can't remember for the life of me who made that. I know
Murillo then passed it to someone on the left side. I think it might have been Gibbs White.
But that through ball, it was too, like, how he's cut through the defence that easily is so important. And look, I know we're not blessed with pace. Van Hecker and Dunk are not blessed with pace. But I feel like in those moments, if you know you're not going to be able to keep up with it, because they're both they're both quick players up top. So if you know you're going to struggle with pace, you can't be so exposed and let that kind of through ball just absolutely cut us through like butter. So yeah, I'll be honest, it was poor defending. It was poor. We just looked so exposed at times, and that's the thing. I was turning around. I was like, how have we got so many gaps? Like, why is there so many? Why are we so open?
I don't know if I'm just thinking it now, but I feel like there's been a lot more one-on-ones under Herzler. Like there's been a lot more times that we've been caught out, and then the goalkeeper's one-on-one like that. But maybe it's because the way we have been playing defensively, which plays such a high line.
I was just about to say, we're playing a really high line, and I think it just exposes the gaps that will come with that naturally. Like,
there was that meme. Do you remember that it was like a YouTube thumbnail of like how Herzler plays? It was like he only plays with one centre back. And it seems like that is kind of a bit similar to how we've been seeing it recently.
This is my worry. It's just like defensively, are we as sound as we probably want to be? No, I don't think we are. And there was one point as well, actually, when Thingy came off. Who was it? When Baleba came off. I was really confused as to what if we were going to play three at the back or whether we were going to have that back four that we started with. And it was really, everyone sort of in the stands were a bit like, what's going on? Like, what are we actually playing? And Hinshaw was like, oh, am I going left back? And he was like, no, you're staying in centre midfield. So I think we ended up playing with...
Did Weaver come on for Baleba?
That's it. Yeah, Weaver came on for Baleba.
More of like a defensive midfielder. So yeah, I didn't really...
Yeah, it was a weird one because then... No, so... who came off the what's it called? It was for. Let me my brain honestly is shambles. So yeah, that's it. So Evan Ferguson came for Estepinian. That was the moment. Ferguson for Estepinian. Yeah. So obviously our left back's gone off, and everyone's like, and then Hinshaw pointed. He was like, "Oh, am I going to the left?" And he's like, "No, you're staying in midfield." So
no, mate, you're still centre mid.
Yeah, you're still centre midfield. Yeah, he was expecting to go left back. Yeah. So yeah, that's what. And then I think we ended up going 3 at the back with
Van Heck and Dunk.
Yeah, exactly. And then we had the wing backs essentially, or wingers playing as fullback. So yeah, it was an interesting one to see how Herzler sets up and how he actually goes about it. But yeah, defensively, we're very fragile. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we still got a lot of fragilities at the back, and I think that's something we really need to focus on going forward. Because yeah, if we come up against a Man City, for example, I know we played Arsenal, we got a great result, but I feel like a Man City, for example, or even Chelsea next game, with their attacking, mate, honestly, I watched them against West Ham. I was there for the West Ham game, and mate, on the counter, like, they were scary. Like, Nicholas Jackson was unbelievable.
I mean, Caicedo played an unbelievable.
Mate, Caicedo,
he cut those centre backs apart. Like, just
mate, that pass was a joke, mate. As much as I don't want to say it, Caicedo is an absolute baller. Like, he was so good against West Ham. He got that assist, like you said, mate. He was everywhere. No matter where you looked, he was there. Challenges, passes. He was just all over the pitch, and he was so good for them against West Ham. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, we got the Chelsea preview to come later date, but yeah, if with an attack like that, with Noni Madueke, you've got Palmer, you've got Jackson, you've got Sancho. Like, if we come up against a team like that who can just are devastating on the counter, that does worry me because of what I saw against Forest. So if Forest can do it that easily, why can't a Chelsea or a Man City or, any of the big clubs do that? Liverpool, for example, with Diaz and Salah, Jota, Nunes, like any team with, a scary front four, it could be a long day in the office for us.
Yeah. When João Pedro, though, when he came on for us, he completely changed the game immediately. Took on a couple players, managed to keep the ball on just before going out for a goal kick. He nearly set up. I can't remember who he tried setting up, but immediate impact. Until that awful tackle from Gibbs White.
Awful. Yeah, let's talk about it, because after that, mate, he was hobbling. He wasn't running properly. Didn't really want to receive the ball. I remember he was on the right wing. And no one really wanted to pass him because they could tell he was visibly struggling. So that was such a shame, because he's just come back from a little knock, and to then get another one. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I don't think it is, but yeah, hopefully it's just an impact one. But yeah, it was a terrible tackle. And look, I'm sure everyone's seen the highlights now, or if you didn't see it in the stadium at the time, I actually saw it at the stadium at the time. As soon as it happened, the ref's gone, ball, he's won the ball. So he was like, yeah, no.
Because I thought he had won the ball. I thought, when I immediately saw it, I was like, solid tackle, big tackle.
No, so actually, on the contrary, when I watched it live, he done like a scissoring motion, like a chopping motion, and I turned around to Leon, and I was like, He's chopped there. That's a yellow. That's a second yellow. That has to be, because it was the motion. I get it. He might have won the ball, but the motion he did it was very choppy.
The speed and the pace was.
And the speed, bang, and it was like a bit of a scissor tackle. So yeah, I straight away said it was a second yellow, but then I saw the ref going ball. He's won the ball, so I was like, okay, cool. He's not going to give the yellow card here. And then it was the fourth official, wasn't it, who gave it? Who was it? The bald geezer. I can't remember his name now.
Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor, that's it, yeah. He ended up giving it, I think, or VAR, one of the two.
No, I think it's the fourth official, yeah. The fourth official was in his ear saying, he didn't get the ball.
He didn't get the ball, so yeah.
Or was yellow, yeah.
And then Gibbs White, obviously fuming, started refusing to get off the pitch.
Has Herzler only been booked there because, do you think he was then livid? Because it took him quite a while to book Morgan Gibbs White. So in that period, I feel like Herzler's obviously lost his head. That's why he's getting sent off, because he wouldn't have got sent off after the decision's been after the card's been given.
Exactly, because obviously Espirito Santo got sent off as well.
If he's got that a second yellow straight away, Herzler's not complaining, and Herzler's not going to get sent off either.
I think you're bang on. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happened. Again, I don't know for sure. I'll be honest. When I was watching it, I was like, the boys were like, "Oh, he's been sent off." I was like, "Did he?" I didn't even clock. I didn't even clock.
He's done a Mourinho and just left early.
Yeah. But no, I think you're right. That's probably most likely what's happening. He's probably berated the referee for saying it's a yellow, like get him off, and he's obviously fuming. And then Espirito Santo, obviously, once the red card's gone, he's then got the red. So
I do understand Nuno's frustration, because you got the on-field referee being like, "No, he got the ball." Yeah. So Nuno's like, "Yeah, fair play," and then all of a sudden Anthony Taylor's going, "No, he didn't get the ball actually." Or like, no.
Ultimately, in my opinion, it was the right decision. I think as long as we get to the right decision, doesn't matter how it comes about. It might be frustrating for managers, but as long as you get the right decision, it doesn't matter how it comes, whether it's later, whether it's VAR, whether it's fourth official. As long as you get the decision right, that's the key thing for me. And in my opinion, it was a clear yellow card, and I think it was rightly sent off.
Yeah. I guess we won't have Hersler on the touchline then, will we?
I believe so, for Chelsea, yeah.
Andrew Crofts leading the men out.
What was it? Maldera last season was unbelievable when he steps up. Remember, he had like an unbelievable record whenever he stepped up, because De Zerbi got sent off a fair few times. So he was.
Sorry, speaking of De Zerbi and Marseille, see Neil Maupay.
Yeah, drinking
the Leon bottle,
drinking the tears. Yeah. He loves it, and he. I do miss that a little bit, like that element of shithousery. I do miss that. Yeah, but hopefully someone steps up. Don't know really. By the way, just quickly, just before I forget, I want to talk about Rutter. I thought he was really good. I thought his link up play was really good. Again, his finishing / that final end product is still lacking. I think he's still sort of getting used to how we play and, bedding in all that jazz. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here. But I know I said it in the last podcast, I don't think he's here for goals. He's not here to be that natural finisher. He's just not. He's here to set up, create, link up play. And to be fair to him, I thought he had a really good game yesterday. I thought he was really positive. Obviously came in for João Pedro. And, I love the way he's very easy on the eye. I like the way he sort of just dribbles, the way he goes past players, and he's just like a classy footballer. But I thought he'd done all the right things. There's just a couple of moments where he could have maybe had a shot or could have laid it off and did the other. So yeah, he's just still got a little bit of way to go. But I just wanted to shout him out because I thought he had a really good game. And I think he's got. If we can get him to the right. I had an alarm go off there. If we can get him, in the right sort of headspace and get him a good run of games, I think he could be a really important player. But then again, it's like, how does he fit in?
João
Pedro's got to start.
The fact that, we see how Rutter, I've got police coming past me now.
London,
mate, it's a joke.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, João Pedro, you can tell he's another level because he does not struggle with assists or goals. We know he's an absolute bagsman. And the impact that he showed as soon as he came on the pitch was just shows the level that João Pedro is on him. And until Rutter gets there, then it's going to be a no-brainer that João Pedro starts ahead of him every single time. But we know that we'll see him on the pitch together sometimes, but it's going to be either or most of the time.
100%, yeah.
I'd still love the signing because I imagine if this goes on for a few more weeks and he hasn't scored or assisted, I guarantee you some fans are going to get on the back of him. Some fans are going to be saying, what a waste of money. I can't believe he's our most expensive player. And especially Leeds fans are going to be laughing at us soon because we've spent 40 million on someone that hasn't got a goal or assist in the Premier League.
But I think sometimes, just quickly on that, I think sometimes we do get too hung up on goals and assists. Like a really good example, in recent times, is that the Morgan Rogers at Villa. I know he got an assist last game because he's gone, but prior to that, in his first, he got two. Sorry, yeah. Prior to that, he hadn't had a goal or assist, and but everyone was saying he's Villa's best player. So I don't think it's always about that output. As long as on the pitch you're delivering and linking up play and you're making the team better, I think that's just as important as goals and assists. Don't get me wrong, you do want to add that to your game, and it is important, especially for an attacking player. But I think sometimes we do get hung up on stats and figures and stuff like 007. Like to take the mick out of players that go their first 7
months for Martinelli, isn't it?
He actually got an assist, didn't he, against City?
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, so that's completely null and void now. Speaking of stats, though, and Jorginho Rutter, he had the most shots. He had 5 shots against Forest. Most fouls was Morgan Gibbs White. Is that a surprise? He was everywhere. Yeah. But yeah, that's just reminds me. Most chances created was Pervis Estepinian on 2. What did you make of Perv? Do you think he's obviously not at the level that, because we've been crying out for him to play with Matoma. We finally saw it. Yeah, what did you make of it?
Yeah, he was frustrating at times. I'll be honest. I feel like his delivery. I know you said he's just got the most chances created, but with 2, it's not exactly a massive number.
Setting the world alight.
No, it's not setting the world alight. But look, it was a bit of hit and miss. He had a few decent crosses. Like there was one I remember back stick. I think it was to Adingra. That was a really good cross. But then there was a few times where his delivery wasn't the best, and I don't think he beat the first man. So, yeah, I feel like he's got still a long way to come. I know he's been out injured for a long time, so I think he's getting up to speed. And yeah, I think it was one moment as well where he got caught out. He was too high up in the pitch, and then he was like sprinting after Ola Aina. So that was a bit worrying. But yeah, I think he just needs a bit more time. He's, I think he was sort of very middle of the road yesterday. I don't think he hugely impressed me, but I don't think he was terrible. So yeah, I think he's just got a long way to go in his recovery.
It's funny because we would always think that Matoma and Pervis Echepiñán are going to get us goals on the right end of the pitch, but it was Matoma's header that like knocked it back, which then set Morgan Gibbs-White through. Pervis Echepiñán was completely beaten by Morgan Gibbs-White, who then obviously played the ball along the box. So that actually worked against us, that duel, unfortunately, at that point.
Yeah. But I think I'm
sure
really excited.
I have a lot of confidence. I have a lot of confidence that they will get back to that unbelievable partnership that they did have.
Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same. I think with time, hopefully they both start firing all cylinders. I mean, Matoma started the season pretty well, to be honest. So if Pervis can get up to speed, hopefully that'll be a really, really good partnership for us. And
I mean, yeah, not being negative, but Minter had a really, really good start to his Brighton career. I mean, obviously he didn't start yesterday, but I know he played well, but I don't know, he's quite hot and cold now. I don't know if I'm being really, really critical. Probably am being really critical, but I want to talk about him anyway.
You've been on holiday and now you're just coming and ripping into our players.
Yeah, I know. All right, so no, nothing to worry about on Minter. Maybe for a few more weeks. We'll put a pin on Minter.
No, let's talk about because I do agree with you to an extent. I think he's frustrating at times watching him because he's got such a turn of pace. He can take on players. He's exciting. Like he's got all the attributes to be a fantastic winger. But I do agree with you. I think his final product is still lacking at times, and I think that potentially could be an issue down the line potentially. But in pre-season, he was clinical. Remember we were talking about him like his finishing was unbelievable, and even in the Premier League, he's done really well. But yeah,
he was definitely better yesterday. I do want to add he was definitely better yesterday. Yeah. He did have a couple really good deliveries. Yeah. There's one way,
but I was glad,
ball in, but no one was the end of it.
But I was glad that Adingra did get his chance. Yeah. I just don't think he took it with both hands, to be honest. Like I think he could have maybe done more. But again, that's a really good problem to have. You want Minter and Adingra going at each other, wanting to start and having that kind of rivalry, I suppose, to make sure they're both in the team. So I think that would benefit us, and hopefully it brings the best out of both of them. They both start leveling up and just becoming better and better. So yeah, but no, nothing to worry about in my opinion. I think we've still got a long way to go. Let's assess him after 10 games. Yeah, and see where he's at.
Yeah, we're still doing very, very good considering people had us relegation candidates and going down
as per every season.
Yeah, literally as per every season. 14 shots, Maz. We only scored 2, but then Forest scored 2 goals with 4 shots. It's frustrating. Possession was 70%. 9 corners.
Yeah, if we're looking at XG as well, Forest had a better XG as well if we want to go down that route. But it was frustrating. I feel like we had a lot of shots, but not really many of there wasn't many moments where I thought, oh wow, like what an incredible save from Sales, or obviously the Welbeck moment. That was a great save. To be fair to him, maybe you could argue Welbeck if he just slotted it either side. I mean you could say that about anything really, but yeah, it was. He
scored a free kick we would never expect him to.
No, exactly. So yeah. So we'll let him off. But no, it was a slightly frustrating. But I think on the overall, if you have to look at it, I think a point is fair.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, I agree. And then we got Chelsea away next, and then we've got Tottenham at home the following week. Doesn't get any easier in the Premier League. We thought those are the games we thought we were going to get points at. We thought it was going to be a tough start to the season. We thought, we'll get some points against Ipswich, easy points against Forest. Nope, doesn't happen like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because I feel like sometimes we do better against the bigger teams, the better teams sometimes. Because we like to.
It's good that we're playing Chelsea, Tottenham, and Newcastle next, and then Liverpool after Wolves. So,
cheers.
And then City after Liverpool. So
great.
That's going to be 3 points every game.
So hopefully we're going to just have to get some points in December, maybe.
Fucking hell. Yeah, really. Maybe Roy Jennings was right.
No, remain positive. No, mate, we had a great start to the season. Forest, decent team. Like we said at the beginning, Forest, very decent team. Ipswich, you could argue, yes, that was 2 points dropped, maybe. But again, fair play to them. They defended brilliantly and they actually deserve their point really well. So, yeah, look, it is what it is. We go on to Chelsea. We'll definitely do a preview for that as well. That'll be an interesting one. Our arch nemesis now. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
We'll have to try and get someone for that. Get like Matisse on it for something, or anyone.
Rory Jennings.
Or Rory, yeah. Let's get Rory on it. Yeah,
I'll try.
Use your plug.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Cool. Anything else, or shall we wrap up?
I feel like that's it. I've done all my honourable mentions. Yeah, like I said, Ruta, Hinchelwood. Who else? Yeah, Welbeck done well. Yeah, no, I feel like I've done all my honourable mentions. There we go.
Right. Well, thank you for listening and watching and subscribing.
Make sure
Please
to
do subscribe if you haven't. Yeah. Leave us a review because that does really help. And we will see you, for the big one. I'll probably nearly our bigger rivals in Palace. I'll go as far as saying that.
I actually hate Chelsea. Like, genuinely hate them.
You genuinely hate them, yeah. Not as much as Palace, obviously, because that's impossible. No. But they're getting close because they're very close so much. I mean, they took another one of our scouts not only like a week ago. Just leave us alone. So yeah, big one, and we will see you for that one. Peace.